Welcome to this special episode of Frequency Matters, the RF Microwave Update Series. I'm Pat Hindle, and today I'm talking with Wendy Shu, CEO of Eravant. Welcome, Wendy.
Thanks so much for having me, Pat. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked, and lots been going on with Eravant. I know we talked a while back. You had a new facility, and you're expanding into new product areas. And now you have AS9100 certification, so I thought it'd be a great time to catch up. And Eravant's been long an expert in millimeter wave and sub-terahertz products. How do your products fit into the aerospace and defense markets?
Yeah, that's a great question. Before I answer that, I just wanted to hold up this certificate.
Yes.
We got it yesterday, and man, this was hard won. I feel more proud of this than I am of my diplomas.
Congrats.
We're so proud of our team. This was such a team effort, something we'd wanted to do for years, and really got over the finish line because we're people. So, but back to your question. It's interesting because there's been so much talk over the last decade about the commercial applications for millimeter wave, and it's such a sexy thing to talk about. 5G, now 6G, but millimeter wave has always found applications in the military and aerospace markets. And as we see, A&D move from traditional C-band, X-band, Ku band up into frequencies like Q band, Ka band, V band, the componentry and the block diagrams and the systems are still the same. So we're still going to see our products show up in radar systems, in hardware related to sensor technology, satellite, and other communications technology. So with our broad portfolio, all of those components in those systems can be, found through our portfolio. So we're looking to continue to support more programs, and we're also, of course, always going to support R&D, especially because we're moving up into higher and higher frequencies through WR3. And even in the lab, we're going to find, good applications. Everybody needs test equipment, test accessories. So that's one of the things I love about what we do, is that we're with the customer throughout their entire journey.
And what kind of testing or screening can you do now for A&D products?
Yeah, another good question, right? Because we have this new facility, so we have the ability to build out our environmental test lab. And one thing we're learning about ourselves is that we can easily upscreen our standard COTS portfolio for A&D applications. We can ruggedize them. We can, prepare them for different environmental conditions. So right now in our environmental lab, we have the capability to do temperature testing from, I think, -80 to 225 degrees Celsius. We also can do temperature shock testing with an accuracy of 1 degree Celsius. And we also have built out our own thermal vac chamber, which is really interesting. A lot of our components can, with some adjustments to material selection, to the manufacturing process, can be TVAC compliant. And there's also talks about bringing on vibration test capabilities. We're lucky our components are small, right? So to add to that lab is not so difficult in terms of footprint and real estate. But we are looking for a good business case, and I hope that the certification helps to bring that business case to us.
And so you've been ITAR approved for quite some time with this recent obtaining the AS9100D certification that's based on and including the ISO 9001 2015 spec. What does this standard cover, and why is it important for A&D customers?
Yeah, so the standard basically covers all of the processes inside of an organization that are going to impact the successful delivery of fully compliant, high quality products repeatedly, right? It's kind of a mouthful. Why it's important to A&D customers, first of all, this is their standard, right? You mentioned ISO 9001 is included in this, but the A&D customers, that base, they were able to add exactly some of the things that they wanted, right? Lot traceability, even more documentation. And so it's important to them because it's the standard that they wrote. But more than that, I think revision D of the AS9100 standard puts even more emphasis on top management commitment. So, you know, it is an investment for sure, you know, of people, of equipment, of time and resources to get to this certification. So I think the aerospace customers, they want to know that top management is committed to quality, to continuous improvement, that we're going to make the investment so that their programs are delivered successfully. And I think there's also just even a practical reason why it's helpful, which is, you know, A&D customers are conservative, and it is not easy to get onto their approved supplier list, and for them to manage their sub-tier is really, really important. So just having the certificate makes it a lot easier for both sides to start working together. And because there aren't that many players in millimeter wave and above, I think when customers find us, they always saying, you know, how do we work together quickly? And so this certificate unlocks that, so we can get started a lot sooner.
Well, I can tell you're very proud of it, and it was a lot of hard work to obtain it. But what is the AS9100 important to Eravant?
Yeah, and it's a good question, right? Like where does it fit in strategically? I think we're maybe the only, and you'll have to fact check me, but I think we're maybe the only company supplying millimeter wave and sub-terahertz components that is AS9100 certified today. So why did we do it, right? When it's not the standard and doesn't seem like it's totally required in order to be successful. There are a couple of reasons. Number one, we also just wanted to communicate to our customers that top management was committed to customer satisfaction. That was number one. I think also Eravant operates within a really complex ecosystem of, you know, customers and suppliers, and so sub you know, suppliers, and so really kind of taking it as an opportunity to control our sub tier and have, you know, standard processes for that. We knew was going to be strategically important if we were going to continue to be successful. We also wanted systematic continuous improvement. So we have a portfolio of over 4,000 products, right? And we have services attached. We do custom work, we do volume work. So it is a complex business. And when things go wrong, we always strive to do better next time. But that is, you know, based on individuals taking accountability and responsibility, which we have, right? But still, when something is so big, so complex, and so sprawling, it's really helpful to have something systematic, one person in the organization who's kind of charged with continuous improvement, a system of internal auditors, and third parties kind of confirming that we're doing the work we're saying we're doing. That really, really helps. And I think finally we did it because we did it for employee engagement and culture, right? So, you know, again, seeing our team pull together in order to get over the finish line to get certified, that was amazing to witness. And I know that we have a lot more engagement in terms of understanding why we do the things the way that we do from employees, because we've gone to the AS9100 standard. So it's been amazing to see everybody kind of grow up even more, you know, as a company that's only been around for about 10 years or so. It's really, really cool to see how this has helped us mature to another level of professionalism.
Great. It's really pulling all the employees together for one direction. So that's good. So looking ahead, you know, what new capabilities and products are you working on for the future?
Yeah, I think there are some broad themes. One is that we're definitely moving into sub-terahertz, right? So we are currently in the process of taking our entire portfolio all the way up to 330 gigahertz, which is not easy, you know, not only because there are device limitations, but also we're really pushing the limits of modern machining technology. So that's been super exciting. There's enormous demand, of course, in D-band, but also a lot of research activity all the way up in WR3. And then the other area that we're really kind of focused on is moving more and more into test and measurement, whether that's supporting test and measurement OEMs or just supporting test and measurement activity, lab activity inside of customer organizations. So, a lot of big wins that we've had recently are still going to be our second generation DNA extenders, which, go up all the way up to 330 gigahertz. We have also done a redesign of our frequency extenders and down converters. They're a lot more compact now, a lot more cost efficient because we've gone to an integrated design. We recently launched our universal noise sources. They're kind of these little gold bars. We call them universal because the ports can be changed easily here, which again keeps the costs really low. That's microstrip design, so really affordable as well, which is part of our mission, right, of making millimeter wave accessible. And finally, I think we're one of the few companies on Earth that has this, but it is a hybrid direct reading and programmable attenuator. So those are kind of some new things. We'll be bringing them to IMS, and we hope that folks really like them and enjoy them and start seeing us as more than just a components and accessories manufacturer, but also a player in the test and measurement space.
Well, great. A lot of things going on, exciting times at Eravant, and we look forward to seeing you at IMS. So
Yes.
thank you so much for talking with me today and about the aerospace and defense activities within Eravant. To our audience, you can find more videos at videos.microwavejournal.com. Thanks for watching.